What's up everybody, ACESBM here, welcome back to another video. This is the Halloween special, let's go. I know it's nothing crazy, you know, a lot of other YouTubers do Halloween specials and it's more like, oh, it's a horror game, oh, it's this, you know, it's more crazy. Today we're actually telling a story though, and it's Halloween related. I got some Dead by Daylight gameplay for y'all in the background, but yeah. Before we get started, I got Instagram and Twitter. Follow me, link in the description below. Please join my Discord, also link in the description below. And of course, I have a second channel. I make music. Go check that out if you so please. Now, this, as y'all saw by the title, is my first time at a haunted house. So if you don't know, I live in Niles, Michigan, and one thing Niles is known for, probably the thing it's most known for, is its haunted house. Is considered one of the scariest haunted house attractions in the country. It's one of the biggest haunted house attractions in the country as well. So yeah, well, 5th grade, my parents decided to bring me along to a haunted house. I didn't want to go because I'm a fucking wuss, but yeah, they bring me to a haunted house, and it was my first time going in 5th grade. Now, if you don't know anything about the haunted house, it changes every single year. You know, but two things are always, well, three things are always there. Is the hay bale ride or whatever, I can't remember what it's fully called, the maze, and then the haunted house. But those change as well. Those change, but you know, those are three consistent attractions as well. And then obviously, you know, your snacks and stuff. And there's two attractions that just change every single time. This time that I went, it was a 3D haunted house as well. That was a lot more smaller than the actual haunted house. And then one other attraction that I forgot what it was. So the first thing we did was the hay bale ride, and that was honestly really cool. That was really enjoyable. It was fun. I liked it. The part that sucks the most about this haunted house though is the freaking cold. It's cold because you know, Michigan. So yeah, the hay bale ride, not so bad. The 3D haunted house, it was, man, like, bro, I was in 5th grade. I had my dad in front, I'm pretty sure, my mom in the back. Like, yeah, I'm just holding on to both of them, bro. It was scary. But it was not terrible, but you know, I just would keep my mouth shut. The maze was actually really cool. Like, we got lucky in the maze, as there's people that jump scare you in the maze, right? We got lucky and we only got jump scared once in the maze, I'm pretty sure, this year, in 5th grade. So that's like 5 years ago. And that was honestly really lucky, and I led the way. Like, I ran into only one dead end, but the rest I got it with ease. So it was honestly really good. But let's get to the meat of the video, the actual haunted house itself. Now, I don't remember exactly everything, to be completely honest with y'all, that happened, but I do know some things. Alright, so we enter in the haunted house, and there was there at the beginning, there's this like one place where somebody could talk to you through it, right? Like, there's somebody talking to it, and they're like, hey kid, hey. I just wouldn't talk to it. I was scared. I didn't want to be here. I was so freaking scared. So I kept my mouth shut. I kept walking forward. Then there's the first person to scare me, which was the actual like first jump scare. It creeped me out. I was crying. And then another thing he did is he messed with me some more. He tried to reach for my head. Like, they're not allowed to touch you, but pretend to reach for my head. I looked, and bro, I was bawling right from the first jump scare, bro. I think he felt bad because he waved bye to me. But yeah, bro, I was bawling off of the first jump scare, and I kept going through. Then there's this one part where there's people waiting for you, and then there's 3 different doors that you can go through, right? This is obviously to get you to come back some later day of the year to do it while it's open. And we go through, and it's like a strobe light. This is the thing I hate the most about the haunted house. Strobe lights are a constant thing for it. So we go through the strobe lights, and well, it was it was all right. Then there's a dog robot thing that jump scares you. That got me a little bit. But then we get to the main part, the final part. So every single year in the haunted house, there's a chainsaw person jump scare, right? It's different every single year, but it's always near the end of the haunted house. And we get there, right? And I'm just trying to get out, right? So I'm walking through. I see these like pillars, you know, this atmosphere, and next thing you know, just and I screamed and I was bawling. At the same time, my mom snatched me up, and I'm just crying so hard. Now there's a pathway with like 1 or 2 jump scares left to get out of the haunted house, and my mom just I'm crying the entire time, you know, freaking. Then you know we get lucky and don't get jump scared, but I'm crying the entire time. It's late by this point, and next thing you know is there's somebody who's trying to jump scare his friend at the entrance / exit, right? So we're leaving, and he makes the mistake of thinking it's us, and you know, thinking it's his friend, and jump scares us. Bro, I jumped so hard, and I'm crying even more. Like, bro, I was a fucking baby, dude. Like, bro, it was crazy. So we get in the car, we go pick up my sister from, you know, babysitting. But yeah, that was my first experience at a haunted house. I did not want to go after that, so I didn't go in 6th grade. But in 7th grade I went, even though I didn't want to go. But then my dad was like, but this is my sister's first time, right? And my dad was like, think about how your sister's gonna react. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to see this. And my sister basically had the same reaction as I did, with a chainsaw. She was crying, like, bro. So 7th grade I had a much better time. It was much more fun. 5th grade though, I was like traumatized, bro. And I don't really care for the haunted house nowadays though. Like, I've only gone those 2 times. 1, because again, I'm like a wuss. I don't really like horror like that. And then 2, again, it's really freaking cold. I'm just not for it. But it is a cool experience. I definitely think if you do live in Niles or you plan on coming here, you should check it out. Because it is really fun. There is this blackout day where like the lights are off for it at some day in November every single year. So yeah, it's a fun experience. I definitely recommend checking it out. But yeah, that was my first experience with a haunted house, man. I know this was a quick little story, but I'll see you on the next one. Peace.